Okay, part 3. Once again, definitely not recorded right after part 2. So let's get right into it. The North, this time. So the South actually hopes to invade Nebraska and cut off Denver and the rest of Colorado from the North. So they start doing that. They invade, and Denver's not being rebellious, but a lot of Southern troops, this is the North. A lot of these troops in the North were ordered here for this Mississippi offensive. So, the North, these troops have to be cut off, and, there's not many troops guarding Nebraska, and now the, South has cut off this Denver front and this Colorado front, and with it they just launch an assault on all four sides, and eventually Denver and the rest of Colorado falls back to the South. And so does much of this, South Dakota falls pretty easily. The Dakotas both fall, and so does Nebraska. And it is huge because up until now, all of these places that have been falling all of these western states, they're rather uninhabited. They're pretty not many people live there. But now they're starting their push into this area. And the North, it's not looking so great. It's more a race against time for the North. They have to cut them off, as well as what they have to do is they have to cut the South off really fast before they could invade this area, because this is where all the people live. Now, Battle of Baton Rouge. The South has sent a lot of their troops to Baton Rouge. After taking this out, a lot of the troops have been sent to Baton Rouge. A lot of northern troops were sent here. So this front is both sides is pretty undefended. Kansas City is in southern hands. Missouri and Kentucky are part of the North. Now, this is big because these states, the North starts their main assault because the South is playing defensive. In a surprise attack, instead of invading Baton Rouge in all, they actually push into Mississippi, and they try to cut it off that way. So they go through Jackson. They take Jackson, take Vicksburg, actually. They take Jackson, take Vicksburg. Mississippi doesn't surrender, but the state is cut in half, which is not looking good. The North also tries to liberate Alabama, but it doesn't go so great. They hope to push down and capture Mobile. However, the South has sent some of their troops to defend Mobile, so the North pushes here. Now, with Baton Rouge somewhat undefended, the North tries to push down to Lafayette, here. And Lafayette, they push, but it also doesn't fall, which is very unfortunate for the North. So now there's 3 main fronts that the South has to defend, and it's not looking good for them at all. So what do? They order every single one of their troops. So they have a choice here. Most of their troops are focused within this surrounded area, which is within this area, which is not good because they're about to get surrounded. So they're going to order these troops to surrender. They have to decide if they want them to go here, which is rather undeveloped, but it's home to the capital, California, Texas. Or they can go in the east, but if whichever one they don't go, that area of the country will fall. So, unless they split it 50-50. So they actually try to put all of their troops, so they send all their troops, they send 90% of their troops here. Actually, 80% of their troops they send to Houston, but 20% stay and fight here, hoping that they could one day break this line and save these troops. But with the troops having all left, the North marches into Baton Rouge. They take it after months of harsh fighting. Same with Mobile. And then some troops did stay. However, the ones in New Orleans, they surrendered. And New Orleans surrendered, but none of these states surrender. Except, does Mississippi surrender? No, Mississippi doesn't surrender, but this whole area does, the surrounded area. If an area is surrounded, by the way, there's a very unlikely chance that they're going to survive. So, now, with the South cut into two, it's not looking so great, but they have most of their troops here, versus the North just finished fighting this front. So the South is going to take advantage of that, and they're going to quickly march a bunch of troops up here. The North is starting to mobilize this to launch their assault to make this a one-front war. While the North does that, the South starts their push into the populated land of the North, and they actually push towards Minneapolis and Des Moines. So they launch their assault here. And because it's rather undefended, both cities, they're both rather exposed. These two fronts meet up, I guess. And these two nations, actually, they meet up and they take Minneapolis as well as Des Moines, and these two states surrender. So now we're in a very interesting situation. The North just won a major battle down here. They just took out the southern front and they cut off from this side of the country, the east. So now most of this country is going to fall. However, the Southwest, which is home to a lot of people, is fine. And the Northwest, actually, so this is going to turn into more of an east-west battle later on in this war. However, the South is nearing the Rust Belt with this front, so it could really go either way. I don't know who's gonna win. Part 4, see ya.